Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob. We are at beautiful Legoland. We're brought to you by Ceramic Speed, and we're here for Challenge Denmark. And one of the young men who is racing on Sunday, Mr. Alex Smith, who is racing with Harrison.
I am, yes.
How fun is that?
That's nuts, but yeah, it's really good fun.
Talk a little bit about Duchenne disease, which obviously Harrison has.
Yeah, so Harrison has something called Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Okay.
It's a fatal muscle wasting condition. It affects 99% boys, 1% girls. And boys like Harrison lose the ability to walk generally around their 11th and 12th birthdays.
Yes.
Harrison's 8 at the moment. And he's starting to struggle. He is starting to struggle. And unfortunately, we lose our children somewhere in their late teens to mid-20s.
So they don't live beyond their 20s?
No, very rarely. Very rarely.
It's interesting because we were just at our Challenge Athlete Foundation event the other night, and parents in the same type of situation were basically told you have two options. One option is keep your child safe and protect them, and maybe you'll get a little extra time.
Yeah.
Or live your life and enjoy every single moment. First of all, when did you find out about that your son had been diagnosed with Duchenne?
We found out when he was 4.5, so just over 4 years ago now.
And what were the symptoms?
He would fall regularly.
Yeah.
And when he fell, he wouldn't save himself. He'd headbutt
just
the floor.
Like, oh my God.
And to get back up again, he'd get up like an old man. He'd lever himself up.
Wow.
And our younger son came along 2 years later than him, and he'd jump to his feet and he'd be off. He'd be like,
right,
that didn't happen last time round.
Yeah.
What's going on there? So it took about a year of us trying to work out what it was. Could
the doctors tell you right away, or took a while?
It took a year of seeing different doctors to try and find out.
That's the most frustrating thing, because
then
it's like, well, it's you guys are just imagining things.
Because then you do the stupid thing and start Googling it as well. You're like, so falling over, kind of, and it's the worst thing to look at.
Because then everything comes up.
Yeah, absolutely everything. And in the end, there's not much worse than what we've got.
Right.
It's a pretty bad one. But
how did you react? How did you deal with it when you first found out? I mean, obviously, I
cried quite a lot.
I bet you did.
Yeah. No, that family, all of us cried a lot. And then I had a look around at what was going on, and I decided that there wasn't enough happening. We weren't raising enough money, and that I should start a foundation of my own. So that's what I did.
Good man.
So I run a foundation. I do that full time.
It has become a full-time thing for you.
It's a full-time job now, yeah.
So, I mean, you quit your other job.
I quit my job, yeah. I quit my job to do it full-time.
Now,
I work out of Starbucks.
How motivated? You're working at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Nice.
As in, I'm not a barista. I sit in Starbucks all day working.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because a latte would be great right now. A lot of interviewing.
I get a free one.
When you realize that your son is going through this, how long was the process before, okay, now it's defined, we know what it is. That's step number one, at least you know what it is. Yeah. And you're not crazy.
Yeah.
Now you know what it is. From there to starting a foundation, and then thinking, well, what the heck? Maybe I'll go do iron distance races, and Harrison and I will do them together.
Yeah.
That's a big leap of faith.
It was quite quick. I mean, I started a foundation 9 months after we found out. So it took about 6 months to get my head around it.
Yes.
And kind of come together as a family and work out what it was that we were going to do. Started the foundation. And then it was pretty soon after that. I wasn't a triathlete before. I wasn't an athlete. I wasn't anything. I was a guy sitting on a sofa drinking wine, getting fat. I was that guy. I picked up a triathlon magazine for no reason, and there was an article in there.
So it's not like you're a subscriber to you're just like in a newsstand and saw this thing.
No, I just saw it and I'll pick that up, have a look. And there was a recruitment drive for a research study for people who've never done triathlon, who've never done iron distance, and they were going to train us to become iron distance athletes.
And this is in the UK?
Yeah, in the UK. And so I joined, and they said yes, and I was like, oh, Christ, shit, I'm doing this thing now. So my first ever race was a half iron.
And at this point, you weren't pulling Harrison?
No, not yet.
You're just doing tri on your own?
So it was at this point when I started looking at Ironman. I'm like, so I'll do some research about what I'm getting into here. And that's when I found Dick and Rick Hoyt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're my inspiration. It was seeing them do it.
I mean, Dick is and our videographer John Geffram, we both talk about it. He's our hero. I mean, that guy. Yeah, he runs a sub 3 hour marathon pushing this guy. And
he's
we
rapid.
figured it out one time that between the bike he used to ride and Rick weighing like 160 pounds.
You're not very good at pounds. Do you know that is in kilos?
I have no idea. But it was over. We figured he was basically hauling about 200 pounds, which I don't know what that is in kilos, but you got to figure out real numbers sometime. Get rid of the stupid metric system. What do you guys?
200 pounds.
Yeah,
That's
it's
about
a lot.
my weight.
It's your weight. It's exactly. It's your weight. Yeah. So it's your weight, and on the handlebars of the bike, on a bike, the bike weighed about 35, 40 pounds plus the kid, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So when you saw this, were you scared at all?
Do you know what? I saw it and I thought, I've got a good set of lungs.
Yes.
I've got a heart that works really well. I'm stubborn as hell. I've got legs that work. I've got muscles that work. And my son doesn't. And they're the things that are failing him. So if I've got them, I'll just be his for the day.
Yeah.
So that's how it started.
What's fascinating when I watched and I met Rick and Dick. Every time you see Rick, he's got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Harrison the same way?
Yeah, all the time. The boy doesn't stop smiling most, unless of course you take something off him, and then he's not so happy. take his iPad away, and he'll chase you down. But
how has the bond between you and Harrison grown through this process, and how long has it been that you guys have been racing together?
This will be our second race.
Just your second race?
Our second race.
So how many? But you've done a bunch of training.
We've done an awful lot of training. I've been training 25 hours, 30 hours a week for the last 6 months.
Which means he's training 25 hours.
He's not. He's training less than that.
Okay.
No, we broke our PB for a half marathon, or my personal PB for half marathon in January. So
What'd you go?
We did a 1:54 together.
Wow, sub 2 hours?
Yeah, it's quite cool. I was quite pleased with that.
You should be.
Yeah, so we're punching for a 4 hour.
So this is your second race?
Yeah.
And what was the first one?
That half marathon.
Oh, so this is the first triathlon.
This is the first triathlon. This is first.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, don't mess about, Bob.
Oh my God! Why don't you just jump in? You're one of those guys who's like, what? Shallow end? Why would I jump into the shallow end?
Don't do
that. Just jump into the deep end.
I haven't got time for the shallow end.
I gotta just jump in. You go big.
Yeah.
All the time.
Always. It's the only way.
So, have you done swim, bike, run together with Harrison?
No.
Tomorrow will be the first time.
Yeah.
What the hell, right? it's not like it's going to make a difference, right?
No. Tomorrow will be what it is.
And when you swim, is he in a raft like Rick?
No, he's not.
Okay.
It's a raft.
More of a kayak.
He's in a catamaran.
Oh.
So I've had an 11-foot catamaran built.
Like a little sailboat?
Yeah, just without the sail.
Oh, I was going to say, with sail would be good.
It'd be nice.
That way you can just hang on to him.
So it's 11 foot by 4 foot. He sits in the middle.
Yes.
It's attached to my waist.
Yes.
And I drag.
It's funny. Dick used to complain to me that at Kona that people would hang on to the raft and he'd pull these other people's.
I swear they're going to. I've got a few guys swimming with me on the day.
To keep people off?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not having one holding on. Christ, it's heavy enough as it is.
Now, this is a pretty flat swim, so you don't have to worry about waves or anything like that, right? Okay. And so what do you do for the bike? Is it like a pull? He's not on the handlebars like Rick is. He's behind.
He's behind. We've had a trailer made.
Yes.
So it's he's got a little racing seat that's been molded to him. 3/4 of it is made out of carbon fiber. Some of it's metal. Racing wheels on the back, and it's attached to my rear axle.
So how do you stop to feed? For you guys to grab a little nutrition along the way?
Yeah, no, he'll have a packed lunch. He'll pick up at the halfway, so he'll eat that.
His special needs will be he'll get a packed lunch.
Special needs,
Big Mac fries and a Coke, something like that.
Oh no, nowhere near that. No. It's all clean eating our end, mate.
So how has this changed you? Like you said, you weren't an athlete before. You weren't into any of this stuff. Are you healthier than you've been? Are you?
Yeah.
It seems like this is one of those things that it's not just great for Harrison, but it's been good for you physically and emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my downtime. Training is my downtime. It's when I switch off.
So at that point, you're not running the foundation.
No.
You're a dad.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
You're out there,
stuff.
and I'm sure there's times when you're out working out where you're thinking this is a little hard.
Yeah.
And you draw on Harrison.
Yeah, I do. And if you see me down the finishing chute tomorrow, when you see me down the finishing chute tomorrow, I'll most probably be crying my eyes out.
Yes, you
without
will.
doubt. I know I'm going to be blubbing like a big baby.
And Harrison will be like, go faster.
Yeah, you will. Well, we've got a documentary being made
Yes.
at the moment. The guys are following us.
Wonderful.
And they've asked me to save something for a sprint finish.
Like that Dick Hoyt finish, where you see him
Oh,
running
that
about
finish is
400
amazing,
miles
isn't
an
it?
hour.
Isn't that an amazing finish?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I just love
that damn
that.
thing made me cry as well.
So after you do your first
Yeah.
half, I'm assuming that you're probably going to jump into a full somewhere along
No, we're doing
the
the full tomorrow.
Oh, you're doing the full tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
This is your first triathlon. And
I've
you have
done-
an option
I've done 2 Ironman before, personally.
by personally,
myself.
but not pulling.
Not with Harrison. But
Okay.
so we're doing a full tomorrow with Harrison.
But you personally haven't been into this stuff that long.
2 years?
2 years.
Yeah.
And you've already done a couple of Ironman races.
Yeah, I've gone Barcelona again in October.
Okay. And when you did Barcelona without Harrison,
Yeah.
how'd you do in that?
Well, Barcelona was my first, and
Yeah,
that was
okay.
all about the finish.
Okay. Second one then.
12:10.
Oh, okay. So you're a real deal.
Yeah, I
problem.
don't mess about.
And how much, during this process of becoming a triathlete, how has your body changed? How much weight have you lost?
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's probably...
Well, I was a 17 stone, so 260 odd pounds.
Okay, so
I
you've
was
lost
a big
about
lad.
60.
Yeah, I'm
You're about 200 pounds.
Yeah, I'm
all right.
200 pounds about now. Yeah,
So
and I'm fit.
you are fit.
I've got an engine. I've got an engine on me.
What's the goal for tomorrow for the I can't believe you're doing the full. I'm like, you are a knucklehead.
What's the goal? So the swim we're looking to get done in about 135.
Okay.
140. Bike maybe 7 a little.
Yeah, that's not bad.
7.5.
Depending
maybe.
on wind, yeah.
Depending on wind and rain.
Yeah,
And then pump out
yeah.
4 hour marathon.
4.5 or so.
4. I'll be trying for 4 tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Trying.
You're on a 4-hour marathon pushing Harrison. Now, what's Harrison
Yeah.
weigh?
He is 40 kilos, so
Yeah.
100 and something pounds.
Yeah.
140 pounds, 130 pounds.
And now, what is...
No, that's 100 pounds, isn't it? About 100 pounds.
Besides being out with you, what is Harrison's in school, I'm imagining?
Yeah, daily at school. We do a lot of physiotherapy with him.
Yes.
A lot of appointments to children's hospitals, that kind of stuff. But he's into Lego, so he's chuffed to be here.
Oh.
He's proper happy about this when you're taking me into Legoland. And he just loves being out and about. He's a lovely
Yeah.
little boy. He's gregarious, outgoing, stubborn as hell. But
What's been the biggest challenge for you making this happen? I mean, you leave your job, you're just like Dick Hoyt. You're committed to your son.
yeah,
What the biggest challenge for you, like just talking to race directors, getting people to donate,
yeah.
getting to the races, logistics, getting equipment. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, getting the sponsors and the equipment on board has been that's been an absolute mission.
Yeah.
Absolute mission. Trying to get into a race,
Yeah.
that
And say, listen, I'm not going to impact your race, but I'm going to be pulling my kid. Yeah.
I've got a 4 foot wide boat I'm dragging.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're all thinking about their insurance liability.
Yeah,
and there's a
absolutely.
problem.
There they
Yeah,
are.
I
And-
understand.
And Challenge Denmark have been amazing. They said yes straight away.
Yes.
We targeted them because it was a nice flat course, with the hope of a nice strong
so
wind
the-
behind, which
yeah.
hasn't
You're
kind
not
of
gonna
happened.
happen, no. You'll get a nice wind in your face.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Which is a shame, but hey,
Okay.
it is what it is.
So when you come down that chute,
Yeah,
and you'll be finishing your first half distance race, first full
full distance.
half distance, Jesus, your first full distance race, and really
With H, yeah.
the first triathlon that you two are doing together.
Yeah, together, yeah.
What do you think you're going to be feeling?
There's so many emotions in my head. One, just is supremely proud that I've done this for him,
Right.
and that he's experienced becoming an Ironman.
Yes.
Because as far as I'm concerned, he'll be an
He's
8
an
and a
Ironman
half
every
mile
day.
Ironman.
Yeah.
So that's that first. I've had 14 hours, 13 hours, 12 hours, whatever it's going to be. I've had that time with him,
Yes.
which lots of dads don't get that. You don't get 14 hours of constant
That's true.
one-on-one with your
That is
your
true.
kids. So that's amazing. And hopefully we've raised a lot of money, inspired
Yeah.
a few people to do something mad for us as well. And then I'll cry like a baby, without doubt. No, I know I'm going to.
It was interesting because the other night we were in New York and had a little boy who, similar, he pulls his little brother in a raft, and then he rides the bike and
I saw
pulls
them.
the middle
I
trail.
saw them on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't heard about them.
And
That got shared with me a lot. Have you seen this?
yes,
That kid's doing what you want to do.
exactly. And the parents are you can just see it's all fueled by love.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything more powerful than that?
No, not at all. It's yeah, you get lots of love from your family, don't you?
Yes.
You get lots of love from your kids, and that gives you the strength to do what you need to do. But then what I found most amazing here, particularly this week, has been having like the arms of triathlon kind of go around you. I spoke to Maka yesterday.
Yes.
First time I met him.
Yes.
I've never met him before, and so I just tapped him on the shoulder and said, I'm that bloke doing that weird thing tomorrow. And then he's like, you're just mental.
Yes. And the thing is, with someone like Amaka, he's now your best friend.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
The best. And that's what our world is. Our world is it's a family, right? And your family has been touched by a disease, and you can use this sport to help the next parent who's going through it. And that's the one thing you're going to hear over and over again. The number of parents who will come up and go, we're dealing with this. We just found out our son was diagnosed with X. You're showing us a pathway.
Yeah,
you're showing us that there's hope.
One of the guys racing with me tomorrow, he's part of the sport team. He's his son has also got Duchenne, so he's doing it for him. So there's two of us out there.
Oh, is he doing it too?
He's not doing it with his son.
He's doing it with you.
He's doing it with me. Yeah.
Same thing.
He's along for kind of safety, and he's a I think he's done a 9:19.
Oh my God.
By himself. Yeah.
Wow.
You wouldn't think it if you look at him either.
That is amazing. Alex, congrats on
Thank
everything. You. And when you come across the finish line tomorrow, there's not going to be a dry eye in the house.
Thanks.
So what's the plans for the documentary?
Well, hopefully it's going to be going out onto Netflix, and
it'll be based on this race?
It's based on this race and
the history
and the family behind it.
Yes,
yeah. So that's hopefully coming out later this year.
And how many other children?
I've got one other. I've got William, who's 6.
And he's
absolutely fine. Yeah. And he's into triathlon. He did his first triathlon last weekend.
How fun is that?
Yeah, it was a run, bike, swim.
Yeah. So you've got a whole triathlon family.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to the day when all three of us can race together.
Love that. Alex, thanks so much for taking time.
Bob, it's been a pleasure.
Have a wonderful time tomorrow. I know you will, because you'll have, 11 hours or so of just bliss of just being with your son.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, Alex Smith has been our guest. They will be out there tomorrow. Oh, and the website is harrisonsfund.org.
.org. Yep.
harrisonsfund.org. And you know what? I need to ask you about this. I wish my son was a dog. And I think that's an amazing story, because was it a veterinary hospital or?
Yeah, it was a dog's home in Manchester.
And it burned down?
It got burnt down. And there's amazing pictures on TV of people running in, saving the dogs, getting them out, and then
donating.
Public donated really aggressively, really quickly, raised £2 million in like a week. And I was really proud. Like, that's amazing, that we've raised lots of money and done so much so quickly. But then I was like, I'm really frustrated. It's like, if we can react that quickly and that aggressively for some dogs, then
what's going on with your son or with that disease?
So if
Duchenne.
my son was a dog, then
he would be taken care of.
There'd be
Isn't that? Obviously, we want everybody taken care of, but when you're talking about a disease that impacts a child or Lou Gehrig's disease or anything like that, the fact that there's more dollars going for animals than humans,
just doesn't seem the right way around.
It doesn't seem the right way. Yeah. So hopefully, and I know that that was pretty controversial. I wish my son was a dog. People are like, "What? What type of guy is this?"
Yeah, I know.
Were you surprised at that?
Yeah, I got a fair amount of stick for that one. A lot of people phoning up saying, "You've tricked us.
Yeah.
You've tried to tell people that your son's a dog and they're going to give us money." And it's like, well, guys, come on. It's not. Read it.
Right.
It was all about choices, basically. I wanted people to choose.
Exactly.
Be conscious about where their money goes. Don't just give for a picture.
No, give to something, make a difference. Again, Alex Smith has been our guest. harrisonsfund.org. Go online and donate. They've raised, how much have you raised so far?
As a charity, we've raised just over £1 million now.
$1 million quid, and
£1 million, yeah, $1.6 million.
Good for you.
Yeah, not too bad.
Well, you've been doing it how long?
2 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years, yeah.
$500,000 a year?
Yeah.
No, wait. 2 years. $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$500,000,
Wow.
Yeah, it's going all right. I've got a Just Giving page. That's even better.
Love that.
It's greatestironman.com.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Alex.
Bob, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Again, this is Breakfast with Bob. We're here at beautiful Legoland and Challenge Denmark, and we are brought to you by Ceramic Speed. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back.